Welcome or welcome back to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what will you see soon. I've got two groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the clear quartz, and group 2 is the amethyst. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice, otherwise I'll see you in your reading. The timestamps will be below in the description box. You can also find details of my personal readings if you'd like to book with me. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment to let me know how it resonates for you, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. See you in your reading. This reading is for you if you chose the clear quartz. Let's see what cards you have. From the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot you have the Hierophant, and the Page of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. And then from the Field Tarot you have the Hierophant again, interesting. And then the Star. It seems like you're going to see something change for you in a way that's like an unlocking of some information. Could also be unlocking of agreement from somebody else, or an agreement that you are speaking to somebody else about, like making an agreement. It seems like there's like a happy relationship that you can see, or a happy home that you can see. It could be to do with moving, it could be to do with traveling, or it could be to do with a new relationship. It's like for someone moving in together, it's discussing keys and the like bathroom arrangements even, and things like just small things, and communicating a lot about where you're going to live maybe, and getting keys from the letting agent, and discussing like which time of day you shower and things like that. I feel like you're going to see your partner more in like the nude. Ooh, exciting. Like you get to see them first thing in the morning when they get out the shower. There's a different side to them, and it's exciting, and it's also more like opening of something, like opening a new sense of awareness to each other. There seems to be something to do with a family member or a parent. They could be contacting you about something. It feels like, I don't really want to talk about them. I feel like they have a message that's not that important. I feel like it's just like a message from them, it's not that important. But there's a message that's really important from a company or a business, or somebody who's kind of difficult to reach usually. Like somebody you have to make an appointment to see because they're really busy. It could be like a lawyer, or a hospital, or a dentist appointment even, or something like an appointment to go and view a property, or a flight to move abroad or something. It's to do with booking arrangements and travel, and finding out what you need to do, for example, like getting instructions. It seems like someone has a new plan that's moving them forward. You're going to find the direction, you're going to find the way, and I feel like you also might find some new things that you need to help you along your way. There's something coming through about a new pair of boots or something like that, like you need some boots. Sorry, it's for some like shallow, superficial person who I don't really know what watches the readings. I feel like there's someone who's kind of immature who you might see, and you might have like somebody's having a face-to-face with the fact that they're shallow and insecure and meaningless, and they kind of have everything they need and they don't really need more. And I feel like they maybe have a parent who's kind of telling them like, there's no more when I die kind of thing. And you might be like the emperor's new clothes, where you just end up with no clothes anymore because you don't like them all and your dad won't buy you new ones. I feel like you're coming face to face with your childish kind of pointlessness, like the pointless, why do you even bother to do that kind of aspect of yourself. And I feel like your family might have told you about yourself, or yeah, you might have learned some pointless ways as a child from your family, like things that you do, like just spending money on shit things. Like, wow, look at this new piece of crap that's just like loads of other pieces of crap I already have. were like, wow, look at this one night stand who's similar to every other one night stand I've had. I feel like you might graduate from a stage of life that's like a bit silly to be more mature and serious and comfortable with your stage in life being serious. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're annoying when you watch your like little kids at the grown-up table. We're honestly just like, can the kids go to bed? Did they go to bed yet? No. Yeah, we're going to be really boring until the kids go. And that's kind of how it feels. I kind of feel like someone's going to see the end of parenting. Like you're really sick of your stupid little kid. And stop just asking you for money and they're like 22, but they're still a stupid little kid. I feel like you just want to be naked in your own house. Like, god damn, you just want to be naked in your own house. Not have to like, oh, have they gone out yet? They got a fucking boyfriend yet? They moved into their own place yet? It's really, really, really annoying. I feel like you might see a world empty without your children. Like, they've gone. They've finally gone. You can move abroad by yourself. You can stay in your pajamas till 1 p.m. It feels like there may be, if you are, this is random message, but if you're struggling with your children, there might be another relative or somebody who can take them in and take care of them. Or at least part-time, like there might be a school you can leave them to board at, so you can just have like a few hours with them sometimes and not all day every day. Random message, but yeah, I really do feel like there might be someone who's like adopted a child and you just don't really know what to do with the child. And to be honest, like you're a bit selfish and you maybe don't need to be the right person to be adopting a child. For someone else, I just feel like your family structure is going to be really happy soon. It's because of communication, like you just need to talk to your children. It's not like you need to send them away. You might just need to talk to them and ask them like, hey, can you knock before you come into my room in case I'm changing? Well, something really simple like that, it just makes happiness around. Yeah, for somebody you're moving and you don't really know how it's going to go right now, or you don't know exactly where you're going to move, you're kind of planning it right now. And it feels like it's going to be happier than you think, it's going to be more comfortable than you think, and you're going to have a new environment that's more pretty. It's more enjoyable, it's got more peacefulness, you get more clarity when you're there. I'm seeing for someone you might go and see somebody to get advice or or you might be having an advice them kind of moment. You might be seeing people who like come to you for advice. And I feel like you might not know and you might have to give them the kind of advice that's just like, don't worry, be happy. Because it really feels like there's happiness already for people and they might be not really knowing that maybe they don't really need... I'm hearing they don't need something that they think they need. And they're asking you for advice and it might be something that's right in front of their face. And I feel like if you're a parent, you might feel like it's better to just say, I don't know, what do you want to do to your kids? Because they keep asking you and it's like immature. That's what I'm feeling. It's like they ask you like, done. And you're thinking, God, you're nearly 30. Can't you make a basic decision for yourself? Like, should you get this train or this train? It feels like someone's raised an immature child because you've maybe been always just telling them everything and what to do and this and this and this and this. And it's got to the point where they're an adult and they still ask you for everything. Like, what should I do about this? And can you pay for this? And I feel like you might have got to the point where you say, boss, enough is enough. I'm not going to tell them what to do anymore. I'm going to see if they make their own mistakes and just say, well, bye. Get out of my house. And someone, I feel like your parent might do that if you're one of those spoiled girls who's like, I don't know, you're like 20-something and you act like you're 14. Just kind of like, can you just get out so we can talk about grown adult parent level stuff? Like, I'm not a parent, I'm just 32 and I just don't really want to read for tween-age people. Like, tween-age means you're not even a teenager, you're a child. But you act like a teenager or you try to act like an adult. Someone you should stop trying to act like an adult. You're going to see like a bit of your childhood still. Like, you're going to realise you've got some youth left. You can just have some fun. Even if you're a parent, I feel like, again, like your kids might leave finally. They just get to have some fun. Like, finally, you get to go clubbing. You get to go on holiday. You get to have a new untested relationship with some random stranger or something and just get to know someone new, not feel trapped. And I do feel like there's some rule that's a new rule that you're going to see or something to do with, it's like the way your country runs. It's kind of exciting news. It might be something to do with home and living or travel that's coming through or something. It's like free swimming or free education or a free extension for your house or free boiling. Like you get like a new free boiler, free heating, free bus tickets or train tickets. It's something really helpful that happens to you from your government, I feel like, from the rulers that be, the powers that be. It feels like it actually affects you and your household and it's actually helpful. It makes you feel happier and it makes you feel better. In general, things are going to be happier, they're going to be better for you. And it's thanks to maybe an organization, a government, or maybe like your parent or your family or something bigger than yourself or some kind of key that's given to you to unlock something. And I feel like you might get, just to have fun, like you just get a break, I feel like, for somebody, and then you come back to your responsibilities feeling cleansed and renewed and refreshed. But in the meantime, it's like a story to tell when you start to explore more, you get a new life experience. And it teaches you something exciting. Yeah, I feel like the universe wants me to say, I don't know, you figure it out. You figure out what you want to do. You do your own thing. It feels like you can just have fun and do your own thing. It feels like you can see new things, you can see what you want to see. And there is a relationship coming for somebody. It's somebody who you feel comfortable with. Eventually, like you feel really excited to speak to them. I feel like they might send you a nude or something. You might see their nudes or like get to the point where you feel like you can be yourself around them, like you can tell them everything. I feel like they have like burning passion for you and they look into your eyes and you can see the way they feel about you. They might want to marry you and I feel like it's going to be really special for somebody. You get a proposal. Maybe you thought it was just sex and you thought it was just hanging out and having fun and maybe you're like long distance. They live far away and I feel like this person's very eager to come visit you. They want to marry you and have children with you and it's like a star in the sky to follow. So I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed and check out the other content on my channel if you'd like to. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what cards you have. From the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, you have the Three of Swords, Justice, and the Moon. And then from the Field tarot, you've got the Three of Cups and the Empress. Seems like there's some disappointing situation that's going to be, it's going to be fairly resolved. It's going to be resolved for the best outcome. What's meant to be is going to be what happens. But it does seem a bit upsetting and it seems a bit anxiety inducing. It seems stressful. Seems like something you're not going to feel very comfortable with, like the whole situation. You're not going to be feeling comfortable with the problem. And I don't think you're going to be feeling very comfortable with the decision-making process, like the solving the problem process. It just all doesn't really feel very comfortable. It's not very fun. But the good news is once you finish with all of that, you can have fun. There's a celebration coming once you've got through a really stressful period. For someone, this could be exams or something like that, like you maybe don't pass an exam and then you're like trying to appeal the result of that. Then you find out that maybe you did exam quite well and you did actually pass and it's like really good news for you. It could be something simple like that. But I do feel like there's a disappointment for someone that's quite serious, like much more serious than the exam thing. Feels like it's more something to do with a long-term situation where either for you might be finding that you're the victim of something and it's been long-term and it's like someone else trying to take credit for your ideas or someone doing something. I'm hearing like for someone your music's been corrupted by somebody. It's like somebody's been submitting like the wrong version of your music, or you've been not getting the money you're owed because someone else is trying to put their name on it for something that they didn't do. I'm hearing for someone it's like arranged and composed by some random person who didn't work on the music. You don't know why, but they're like taking something from you, they're draining you. It's emotional as well as financial. It's kind of more the principle and it's more your spiritual feeling about it. In general, someone might have been a victim of theft. It doesn't have to be your creative ideas. It doesn't have to be someone else trying to take credit. But yeah, it does feel like there's something unfair that happened. It's going to be resolved fairly, but for someone, you might have been the bully, you might have done something wrong. In which case, I feel like you're going to feel a bit bad about what you've done. But more of you, I feel like you had something go wrong in your life and it wasn't your fault. Like you were the victim of an accident or something and you needed to claim compensation or you needed to complain. You needed to get justice. And yeah, there's something coming through again. It's like a record that skips, and it's like a bad MP3 or like a bad CD sound. I don't know why, but it's like someone's doing it on purpose, or it's gone wrong and it's got to be fixed. And you're anxious about it, like anxious about getting it fixed. Yeah, it feels like for someone there's something that just keeps going wrong and you're trying to fix it. And it just feels like it's not going to get fixed. But then it does get fixed and it feels really happy when it does get fixed. Feels like you can keep control over your situation once it gets fixed. And in the meantime, I feel like there's a decision you can make quite easy. And there's someone else who's making a decision and the decision's not very easy for them to make. There's like a not very easy decision. It is kind of straightforward, like there's a right and wrong answer and it's very clear. It's very clear who's right and who's wrong, but it's very tense. It's just very tense and unpleasant. And there's information to come out that's maybe secret or hidden. And I feel like it's coming out in drips and drabs. It's not coming out very quickly. Like you need information, but it's not coming quickly. Or someone else needs information, it's not coming quickly. Feels like there's a lot of people talking. And they're maybe talking a lot when someone else is trying to make a decision. Or someone else is trying to rest and there's like 6 people like, hey, can you do this? Hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Blah, 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 blah. It makes it really difficult to focus. It makes it really difficult to re-energize. There feels like an in-between transition journey that you're going through. And it is kind of uncomfortable and it is involving many people, maybe like you and other people who all have something to talk about, to discuss, to communicate, to make right, to resolve between yourselves. And it just is quite unpleasant, to be honest. Like the communication's unpleasant. It might go back and forth a long time. And there can be a resolution. And it feels like there's maybe some people who still communicate afterwards and maybe somebody else who doesn't want to. It feels like there may be somebody who's trying to separate themselves from other people who want to communicate still. It feels like you can separate and get perspective. And I feel like there's some other people who will be happy in this celebration moment. It's like there's not just something for you to celebrate. There's something for others to celebrate as well. So even if there's some people who are not happy and don't like the outcome, there's many people who do. And it feels fair. It feels like situations are going to be fairer. Maybe even in like a societal level, like deeper than just you and your life. Might be that something else is feeling unfair, but at least one thing is feeling fair. And I feel like there's some anxiety about a move or a change or a transition again for somebody. And it's not really been going right. But it is eventually going to go right and things are going to go for the best. And you're going to be celebrating. And you're going to be happy with what happens. But I feel like someone's kind of pausing in the middle for right now. Like there's like a pause in the middle of a move or a transition to just live in the moment, like appreciate the moment and look back and reflect and try and take care of things. There's something happy to take care of. That's like a good thing to take care of. It feels good. For somebody it's being a mother or something like that, like it's a good job that you can do. It might help keep your mind off things that you shouldn't be focusing on. I really feel like someone's really focused on things that they shouldn't be focused on. It's not really helpful. It's like you're trying to peer into your friends' lives too much. They don't really need you to be looking into their lives, and you might be doing something else, like having a baby. They just don't really message you that much because they think you won't be wanting to come out for an alcoholic drink, maybe, or something like that, and you're trying to, oh, look, why aren't they calling me? I feel like there is an unfairness that's happening. And it might be something like your friends go out without you. There might be a good reason, like they think you shouldn't come because you're a mum and you're pregnant, and they think you shouldn't drink and they don't want to tempt you. They don't even want you to be tempted with a drop of alcohol. So it's like you might not always find that something negative is as negative as it feels. It feels like you have uncomfortable feelings, but the actual solution and what happens is actually not that bad. And in fact, something worth celebrating and something worth feeling really good about, and something that's happy for a lot of people, not just you and not just one other person. So I feel like there's nothing really to worry about as much as what you might see at one point. Like, situations get really stressful and bitter and difficult. And there's something disappointing, like a disappointment where you don't really get what you want, but you get what's best for you. Like, you don't get what you thought would be thought would be worthy or thought would be good for you. But you in fact get something that's better because it's more fair, it's more equal, it's more what you deserve. And that can go either way. Like, you can deserve less than what you have right now, you can deserve more. But it feels like overall it leads to you having a satisfaction feeling. More satisfaction and more feeling of being able to manage everything in your life, less anxiety. But yeah, for the meantime, I feel like you are going to see situations that make you feel anxious and uncomfortable. And you are in an in-between moment where that's kind of natural. It's normal for you to feel it uncomfortable, and it's normal for things to be in a process of flux where things are being settled. I do feel like there's something being settled, maybe in a court, maybe a legal matter, especially for someone who's a victim. Feels like right now it's really painful, but once you get your outcome from the legal system, like once the court stuff's out of the way, I feel like you might have one night of really immense dreams and then feel really happy and feel like you haven't felt for years, like feel more yourself than you have ever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you like personal reading, the information will be below. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.